So I finally completed my treatment with aligners. I thought I'll just share my journey and like any possible tips, give you some advice, maybe if you are just starting or you're thinking about it, like whether it's worth it or not. So the first stage is research. It's very important for like several reasons, but the most important part is of course to find an orthodontist or like a dentist who can perform this kind of treatment. As for me, I've been considering treatment with braces for quite some time, and I just like came to my dentist and asked if she can recommend any kind of orthodont that can give me an estimate of how long I should wear them. I'll try like to blend here my teeth before the treatment. I knew about the aligners like Invisalign primarily, but I've never considered them. I didn't know much about them, and I thought they are probably not like for my case because I had like a lot of crowded teeth. I asked my dentist and she also told me that they perform like this kind of aligner treatment right here in the clinic. So if I have interest, they can like give me an estimate, which is like free of charge. So basically just to explore all the options. As for the doctors, look for red flags when you're speaking to doctors, because once I went to an orthodontist, it was like a completely different doctor, and I also like asked about braces and all kinds of stuff, and I knew that I had like wisdom teeth that had to be removed because previously I was consulting another doctor and she told me that they should be removed, and I knew that I had some cavities at that time, like not all of them were treated, and she was like, yeah, we can do it like, I don't know, in a couple of days or something. And I was like, wait, do I have like to treat my cavities or remove wisdom teeth? And she was like, yeah, but you know, we can do it later. If you hear a doctor saying that you can treat your cavities later after your like braces or aligners, run. Just like run. If you decided to settle on aligner treatment, it's advisable like to consult multiple doctors because they are likely to give you different treatment plans probably, and also the prices might differ. The second stage was preparation. So as I briefly mentioned already, I had to remove 4 wisdom teeth. Long story short, it was a horrific experience, but I'm really glad that I sort of have it done and I won't have to worry about it anytime in the future. I removed them, 4 of them at once, and I was like swollen and I looked like a hamster. But yeah, like if you have to remove something, just like plan enough time, I guess, also for you to heal. In my case, everything healed perfectly, but I know like in some situations they have like some inflammations and different kinds of problems, so just in case something goes wrong, like don't hurry, and also treat all your cavities, please. Especially with aligners, you kind of put them on your teeth, and like new cavities are even more likely to appear even if your teeth are healthy. But if you already know or you were told that you have like some kind of problems, it's like necessary to treat them, and if someone tells you not to treat them or you can treat them later, no. Before the actual treatment, I had to do like a 3D scan of my mouth cavity, and then they like basically sent it to their partner clinic somewhere in the US, I think, and they made like custom aligners. You should have enough patience because, you know, if you have to do this preparation stage and plus the scan plus the production, so it is likely to take maybe like at least a month. The third stage is the start of treatment. In my case, I received several attachments on my teeth, so they are primarily to guide like your teeth in the right position, but they also help the aligners like to stick. I had one that was driving me crazy all the time. It was like here when they attached like those attachments and they try like the first aligner, you should try taking it off. Pay attention whether it's painful for you or not and whether they come off easily, because they should. Like if you really like struggle, if something hangs, you know, on the attachment, you should ask your like specialist, your doctor, just to polish them. In my case, I had like 2 probably attachments. Everything fit perfectly, but when it came to taking them off, I really struggled and it just didn't come off easily. So just pay attention to that. And if you, or for example, like later, if you notice that yes, you struggle to take them off, you should come to your orthodontist and like ask to remove something because you don't want to, you know, damage your teeth or something. Then I received 20 sets of aligners, which is kind of a lot. My treatment was for about 9.5 months, and I had to wear each aligner for approximately 2 weeks. The first 3 of them, I think like the first 3 sets were the most painful or uncomfortable, but I can't say that it was like super painful that I couldn't sleep or I had like constant headache. It was like bearable. Yes, it was uncomfortable at times, especially like when you change one aligner to another one. By the way, it's better to change them when you go to sleep. During those maybe 8 or 9 hours, your teeth will shift slightly and it won't be as painful. That's something that I, you know, realized a bit later. On my first day, I received this amazing blue box that contained aligners. There were also like some tablets for cleaning them. There was a gadget to vibrate my teeth. It was supposed to help me like to shift my teeth, I guess. I've used it like maybe for a couple of months. I didn't see any change, so I don't know. And I also had some chewies, like some instructions, a care manual, and yeah, so like the basic stuff. I just want to clarify that this is not Invisalign, this is SureSmile. My aligners, they looked like, you know, like this in such packages. 2 aligners for upper and lower teeth. I heard some opinions that like some people say that they are quite visible, so they are not as invisible as advertised. I would say they are rather invisible, especially if you compare them to braces, but of course you have like this, you know, transparent layer. When I met like a new person and I told them like, oh wait, I have to take off my aligners, and they were like, what aligners? It kind of depends on the material because these ones are made of Essex. I like read like, you know, the difference between SureSmile and Invisalign, and partially it was like really this material. It is supposed to be more invisible than what Invisalign is currently using. As far as I understood, I'm like not the professional. A disclaimer, very important. They are less visible, but they feel more like plastic in your mouth. That's what I read. You can consult some people who know better. As for the feeling, of course, like at first it was like a bit weird, but I got used really fast. Maybe like after a month or 2, I barely noticed that I have them. The most tricky part was, of course, eating, because you can't eat with them, and like ideally you shouldn't drink with them either, anything except water. I can say that like at first I of course took them off like every time I drank coffee or tea, but later I was just like a bit too relaxed, and I can't say that something horrible happened to them. I guess it's just important not to drink something really, really hot, and also something that can potentially change their color, like orange juice or something, although I think I also drank orange juice a couple of times, and I can't say that they like got really yellow. If it doesn't happen on a regular basis, you should be okay, but you shouldn't eat with them. I tried to eat some chocolate. It was horrible. It was horrible. Firstly, you can break them, and second of all, it's just gross, I guess, because it kind of sneaks under your aligner, and it just, I don't know, it's not the best experience. Have your case for them all the time in case you need like to eat spontaneously. It's good to have a hand sanitizer, this case, and a mouthwash, because after you ate or drank something, it feels again kind of gross to put them on and basically like press all possible food leftovers like again against your teeth. You know what I mean? Just don't do that. Ideally, of course, you should brush your teeth, but understandably, it's not possible like everywhere. Small bottles of mouthwash can, you know, make all the difference. Or if you don't have anything at all, simple water will do as well, but just you should try to brush your teeth as soon as possible. In my case, the main problem was teeth crowding, which meant I didn't have a lot of space like for my teeth in the first place, so they had to be shaved. Even normally they will have to to be shaved. Like, it's like, you know, a very subtle intrusion, but it just makes a difference because it helps your teeth to shift. It's not painful, it's like a bit weird, I guess. I didn't have any problems after shaving, or I don't have them now, for example. Hopefully I won't have them in the future either, but I had to shave them before the first aligner and also a couple of times during my treatment, because my orthodontist, she was of the opinion that we will, you know, see gradually if more shaving is needed rather than like to shave them at once. It just depends on how your orthodont views the whole situation and how it works in your particular case. I had to go to my orthodontist like more than a couple of times because she also wanted to make sure that everything is okay and everything is moving the way it should. Some people just, you know, receive the whole box with the liners and they basically do the treatment on their own at home, which is okay. But if you're like more comfortable with visiting the doctor, probably you should just ask, or ideally I think they should like check on you at least once, just to make sure that your aligners like shift your teeth, nothing is in the way, that you have the desired result in the end. And finally, after 9 months, I removed everything, like all the attachments, and received permanent removable aligners. This is something that a lot of people also complain about. Originally, they gave me 2 options, so either I can settle on removable aligners or I can receive fixed aligners that pretty much resemble braces, but they are attached on the inner side of your teeth range. I was really struggling to make this decision. Fixed aligners, they seemed like a good option that gave me more security that my teeth won't shift. But at the same time, I was like really worried about any plaque, that I might have more cavities because of that, which is like, you know, detrimental to the teeth. And since teeth don't grow, it's just like really, you know, it was really important for me. After my treatment, the technologist said that actually in my case, removable aligners are a better option. I guess if you're like struggling with the decision, you should just ask like what's better for you. Technically, so I have to wear them every night. They didn't say that I have to wear them like a couple of hours a day, but I was like so diligent, I guess, that I wore them before going to sleep. Generally, I see that throughout the day, like I see really minor changes, that my teeth, they like shift a little bit, and then I put the aligners and in the morning it's okay. It's been maybe not even half a year since I completed my treatment, so I hope that these minor changes every day will stop. Generally, it seems okay. I also really like that I don't have to, you know, spend even more time to floss. In terms of care, removable aligners are much easier to clean and, you know, like do everything. It's like very individual thing. Also depends on like whether you can make a habit of it to put them on every night, or whether you're like a person who, you know, will throw them away. Overall, I'm really happy. I'm like on cloud 9 that I finally like did this treatment. For those who are interested how much it costed me 4,000 euros. It wasn't cheap. Okay, it wasn't cheap, but it was worth it, I think, because teeth is something that was haunting me. I was like really unconfident about my smile, but now I mean, I'm super happy how it turns out, and like the whole treatment, it wasn't much of a problem actually. Also with putting them on and off while eating and everything, like cleaning, you know, it's all manageable. I can't compare them to braces. Maybe it's like for some people braces will work better, maybe for some people they won't. If you asked me would I do it again, my answer would be yes, I would do it again, because yeah, I mean, it's just something that I always wanted, and I'm really happy how it turned out. And thanks for watching and sticking until the end, and I will probably see you again from some city that I travel to. Bye!